Hello there, Artistic Gamers 7, and welcome back to some more of the Elder Scrolls Create a Sim, where I take the Divines and the Daedric Princes and try to turn them into Sims the best I can using descriptions and what few reference images there are. So today we are doing another one of the Daedric Princes, which is Nocturnal. Nocturnal is, from my understanding, one that a lot of people sort of know of just because of, like, the Thieves Guild and things like that, and her picture I seen before I ever actually fully played through the Thieves Guild. She popped up a lot from her picture in Skyrim. The thing about Nocturnal, she is sort of more of the night and darkness, which I'm noticing there is sort of like an overlap when it comes to especially the Daedric Princes of what their sort of their sphere is or what they're over, but it can be taken into different a different way. Like, I think night is a lot of times can be associated with Azora, and I'm pretty sure darkness actually was just recently mentioned in Numeras, if I remember correctly. But I think with them, it's different than how it is for Nocturnal. Nocturnal is more of sneakiness and, you know, the cover of shadows and night and stuff like that, and that's more mysterious. She also is sort of associated with luck a lot, so it's sort of like those type of things. Like, I think for her versus Azora is literal night, day, night, you know, dawn, dusk, that sort of vibe. Versus, and then Numeria is more of darkness in the sense of not necessarily evil, but, you know, sort of in that vibe, because, you know, she is sort of known for cannibalism and things like that. Numeria is, and being gross. So it's differences, but, you know, in simple terms, they use some of the same words, but it's taken in a different way for each of them. And with Nocturnal, she definitely is more of the sneaky, mysterious, shadowy type, and is actually, for those reasons, very looked at highly by, like, people of the Thieves Guild. She's got apparently a group of witches. There's also the Nightingales, which she appoints. They're usually part of the, at least from my memory and my understanding when I played through the Thieves Guild mission in Skyrim, they are usually in the Thieves Guild, but they are, like, directly attached to Nightingale. That's what they are. Nocturnal. And they have a contract with her. So, for that reason, they're a little bit different and they're held a little bit highly. So, she's got these different things, but what I find funny is that one of the descriptions for her was, like, her physical appearance is that, you know, she wears, like, a hooded cowl and a very nondescript plain cloak to sort of hide her facial features and her body features. Yet when you see her in Skyrim, she's not hiding a whole lot. So, and that's, like, the picture that when I think of Nocturnal, is the one that I go to the most, and I feel like a lot of people probably do, because I feel like that picture went around a little bit more so than any of the others. But one thing I couldn't do is she's usually represented with two birds. I don't know if they're, like, I think I read somewhere they're like ravens or nightingales. But yeah, so they're like these blackish birds that are usually on her arms. I don't have any birds, CC, so I don't have the birds. Just imagine the birds are there. But yeah. But in the Skyrim version, she has it's very low cut, going down to, like, her belly button in the front. And then there's sides coming, like, the sides are actually also out. And though you can't really fully see her legs, it does look like the dress potentially has slits on the legs. The dress that I chose for her does not have slits on the legs. But it does have a slightly open front, and it has open sides. So I thought, you know, that actually was pretty good. It took me a while to sort of try to find some of this stuff. And, like, find one that I was happy with her. But when I came across that one, it had the sides open. And I was like, good. But she's also got, like, some detailing on the top of the cloak as well. So I'm like, to me, that doesn't seem like a nondescript cloak, and like her hood is actually far enough back on her head that you could see her face just fine. I actually tested before recording the full-on video. I have a article of clothing that actually has a hood on it and it comes up over, but it just looks so like modern day, so and plain in a way. Like it wouldn't have fit for her, and I tried different hats and things like that to see if I can represent the cloak in some way. None of it to me was working. So I don't have the cloak on her, like the hood part of the cloak, I mean, represented, but I did put that little thing on her shoulders to sort of get that vibe. Also, not knowing whether or not I was going to get a dress or outfit that fit the whole cloak vibe also, which I didn't. The dress I picked is actually strapless. Well, not fully strapless, but it doesn't have long sleeves. It has like not the spaghetti strap, but the other tank top style top. So I do give her like these glove like things that go all the way up to try to represent the fact that normally she has long sleeves on, because it's a cloak type thing and it's got long sleeves. So I did try to take into account her outfit the best I could in representing in Sims. I stick with mostly black because of darkness, shadows, mystery, things like that. Now, one of the things that I mentioned a while back ago, because it was literally the very first video of this series with Azura, is apparently Azura and Nocturnal are referred to as sisters a lot. Now, whether that is actually true, it's not really said. But also it is thought that Nocturnal is technically the oldest and the most powerful of the Daedric Princes, other than one other one that I will eventually get to pretty soon. But the fact that she is potentially the oldest one is interesting, but I get why they say that, because like they're talking about shadows and things like that. She may have been around all the way back to when the original Void and stuff like that, so I get why they're saying that, and it's sort of interesting to think that she is potentially the oldest out of the Daedric Princes. So, pretty interesting little bit of info there. Now, if you have not seen some of the Divines and Daedric Princes, I am doing them in alphabetical order, going down the list. There's 2 Daedric Princes, and then I have a Divine, and then 2 Daedric Princes, and then a Divine, because there's just so many Daedric Princes compared to the Divines. That's how I had to do it. But I am also going alphabetically through them. So, if you've missed any of them, there is a link down in the description below, also at the end of the video, to the Elder Scrolls playlist. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and liked how Nocturnal turned out. Who is your favorite Daedric Prince so far? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, you know all that lovely YouTube goodiness, if you have not already. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!